All right, everybody, we're gonna be talking about gear real quickly. Nice little ride outside, but gear is very important. You wanna make sure that you are protected. Part of being a smart rider, let's go and take these out. Part of being a smart rider is acquiring and using personal protective equipment. And those were earplugs. I wanted to protect my hearing, because once you lose it, you don't get it back. So let's start off with the stuff that I think is most important. It's going to be a helmet, a full face helmet. We do have some 3/4 helmets back here. There's no chin guard on that, so making sure that we do have a chin guard, because most of the impacts that we do have on our head is going to be in our face. And tell you what, you want to have a jaw, you want to have a face, you want to be able to eat, breathe, and everything else there. So make sure you get a helmet. ECE standard in the United States, you have the DOT. It's nothing too impressive. I like the ECE just because that is a pre-market testing. So before the helmets can actually go onto the market, they test it. DOT is aftermarket, and they don't really get around to a lot of the helmets. So you're kind of hoping. So anyways, get yourself a full face helmet. We use cargo pack talk bolts and edges here so we can communicate with each other, because communication is important. But helmets, there you go. Jackets, these are really important. My jacket is a climb jacket. I think it's climb, right? A lot of people say it's climb, whatever it is. But I want to show you what's really, really important about jackets here is that you have that back protector. You can kind of see it. There you go. Kind of see it. It's that orange D30 back protector. Usually jackets, when you buy them, they don't have that. They have like this gray foam, and it's just it's a padding. Okay, you want to get that out of there and get yourself an actual back protector so you can protect your spine in the event of a crash. Also, you're going to have on the inside typically is you're going to have shoulder armor. So this has D30 shoulder armor, and it also has D30 elbow armor. So really nice. I got this jacket because I wanted to have something that looks a little bit like, you know, a firefighter in a way, but I like it because it's stretchy, it's abrasion resistant, obviously, has a lot of doodads and stuff, so I can adjust the wrist and the elbows, makes it to where it's easy, and lots of pockets, lots of cool things about it. High quality, highly recommend. A lot of this stuff lasts about 5 years if you take care of it. Helmets you want to replace every 5 years or every 50,000 miles, and that's because of the foam on the inside. You can't really see it on here, but the foam on the inside is styrofoam, basically. It's a really strong styrofoam, and your sweat, the grime, it starts to get brittle, and then it starts to make it to where it's not as protective. It doesn't absorb as much. So we got gloves right here. This is the glove holder that we sell back here, so if you want to grab one, go right ahead. Velcro, but anyways, we got some leather gloves. These are leather perforated gloves because in Tucson, Arizona, it gets hot all the time. And I like leather, so I think brown looks really cool. And so the main things you want to look for in gloves, I don't know if we can zoom in on that. You're going to have reinforced stitching. You're going to have some TPU, which is going to be thermoplastic. It's going to help protect a little bit here and there. Some knuckle protection. I don't know if you can see that. Some knuckle protection there. That's going to help protect when I hit the ground and my knuckles hit. Hopefully that's going to absorb most of it, so there's not going to be any broken bones. And that's really the goal here. Is it's not really going to stop any injuries. It's going to help mitigate as much as I possibly can get, I guess. And it's not good. You don't want to have a lot of damage to your body. So I like Velcro. Sometimes they have zippers and whatnot. Sometimes you have long gauntlet gloves. These are short cuff. I get perforated, like I said, because of the weather here. So if you're in a colder climate, you want to get something more solid. Same thing with a jacket. Same thing with the helmet. In fact, let's go ahead and bring, we're good here. Let's go ahead and show you guys the pants. So it's the same kind of pants. These are summer pants, and this way allows a lot of airflow to come through. So you can have some airflow here, airflow here. You have some exhausting coming down here underneath the legs, really important. You're gonna have knee armor, okay? So when you try on some pants at the local store, Cycle Gear, whatever it is, put them on and then sit down like on a chair. There we go. Sit down on a chair and see where that knee armor lands. Because sometimes it could be like way up here, so then here's your knee and here's the armor, and that's not good. And it's kind of like understanding when you're on the bike. So I like to sit down, get a good feel for it. Yeah, this knee armor goes above and below, and it actually covers the sides. Really good, so I'm good here. Has some leather right here. This isn't an endorsement for Climb, but they do make some great gear. Make some adjustments right here. It's an over the boot type pant. So you're gonna have some pants that go in the boots, over the boots. It all really depends on how you want it to look. I like suspenders because, I don't know, they look good. Some of these things have, some of these pants have waist adjustments. They have belt loops, but I like suspenders because then it keeps it kind of loose, because I don't want to be like super tight leaning over, feeling the belt into my stomach. I'd rather have this. All right, so boots. Let's go ahead and get some of these off. These are mainly for hot weather also. So these have breathable vents on the bottom. It's also going to allow water to go through in and out. There are some stiff boots. Those are meant for just riding. And I got some boots that are a little flexible because when I go walking, setting up the course, the Smart Rider drills, and I go out and about, I don't want it to be super stiff because then it's going to cause a little bit of pain in my arches. So this is also, so it's Gore-Tex. It's a little bit weather resistant, water resistant, but it has a lot of airflow that goes through. I wanted something a little bit taller, so you can get like short boots. You can get mid-calf, that's what these are, and high calf. I like high calf, but I couldn't find any that I liked, so I got some mid-calf ones so I can get some protection on my shin from any rocks or anything like that. And I made sure that there was no lacing. So here, you're gonna have Velcro, at least on my boots, you're gonna have Velcro and the zipper. So I really like that aspect, especially on the inside. It looks cleaner when it's on the outside, or when there's nothing on the outside. Plus, it allows it to where there's no laces, so if I step down, the lace isn't gonna grab the peg and pull me over. So I really like these boots. They have mid-shank soles so that when you put pressure on that peg, even though you're supposed to put it right here, and if you put pressure right here, it's not gonna collapse on you. You can get some foot fatigue, which is no fun because it actually fatigues your whole body. And what, did we miss anything? I don't know if we missed anything, but basically what we wanna do is have full gear, specifically a helmet, because you wanna protect your brain. Grab yourself some gloves. These two right here are probably gonna be the cheapest you can do. You know, right off the bat, it's gonna have the most protection. You're gonna have good tactile feel on the handlebars. Put your hands out and protect yourself in a crash. You're gonna cover your hands, but if you don't have a jacket, you can get all torn up, and then you're gonna protect your head. Then I'd get myself a jacket, because then you're gonna protect a lot, because you're gonna really try to protect yourself when you go in a crash, and then this right here is gonna protect everything else that's protecting yourself. Your legs are gonna get torn up a little bit, so the next thing you wanna do is get some pants and then some boots. But you can get away with long pants, like jeans and work boots, in slow speed stuff. I don't recommend riding out there on the road with that, but if that's all you can afford, that's all you can afford. Helmet, gloves, jacket, pants, boots, in that order is how I would do it. And once you have the full set, you're pretty good for about 3 to 5 years. So enjoy it. Don't rush to get the newest thing unless your stuff is deteriorating, which means you take care of it. And the way you take care of it is you just follow the care instructions. Just follow the care instructions that come with the jacket, pants. Warm soapy water, air dry is pretty much all you do for all of this stuff, okay? Yeah, I think that's it. That was it. There we go. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody's week been? Everyone having a good week? What's up, Connor? On the Kent Roads. Farron, you got your rescue pack. Nice. I actually have 2 drill booklets to ship out today. So guys, remember, rescue packs are 25% off, and then the booklets are 20% off right now. Weird week, huh? How was my week? I mean, the weekend was good. What did I do this weekend? Oh, like I went out and had had an evening Saturday. I decided to go drinking again just to kind of figure it out. And man, it took me till like Wednesday to recover. And I didn't drink much. I stopped drinking. Like I had like maybe 3 drinks, and then but my body just doesn't. No, I know at some point, like, you drink and then you get used to it. Your body gets used to it, and that's like the new dull ache that you have. But I haven't been doing it for a while, and then I did. I'm like, oh, I don't like that dull ache. It's like I got beat up. So back to no alcohol. It's great. What What else? I went to church on Sunday. That was a first for a while. It's been 10 years roughly. I'd say 10 years since I've been to church, and that was interesting. And then I signed up for a Bible study. I'm trying some new things. I'm just trying stuff. And it was a Tuesday Bible study, with a men's Bible study. So it was really cool to speak to other men, hear their stories, hear where they're at in life, different age groups, different situations, married, divorced, single, young, old, different walks of life, different mental health, different physical health. Just really cool, really interesting. And I was able to come from a different position since I haven't been in church for a while. So I came from like a psychological, philosophical, a lot of Stoic, Taoism, existentialism, absurdism. I started just like listening to the scripture and stuff, and kind of seeing how like it all kind of meshed together. It's really fun. That's how I like to think. I take a little bit from everything, apply it, take what's good and what's the best for me. And so I have like different walks of life in my head, and it's really cool. It was really good. So that's gonna be a Tuesday thing for a while. So that was Tuesday. So then yesterday, what did I do yesterday? And I'm reading your guys' chat too, so I'm just talking while you guys are catching up. I keep it on like a very low delay. I think it should only be like a second or two delay between what I speak and what you see. Some people do like a 20 to 30 to 1 minute delay. Yesterday was just kind of like start a new audio. I have a few audiobooks I've been starting, but No More Mr. Nice Guy is a good one. Listening to a podcast this morning, worked out. Today woke up a little bit later. Kind of just hanging out. Not yet, Renee. Jordan Peterson, I think that's in March. Yeah, so next month I'll be up in Phoenix for Jordan Peterson. I'm thinking of going up to Phoenix just because this month. I want to start going every month because I want to move to Phoenix. I've been thinking about it for a while. I think I've done the grief work with everything here locally. And I just have to wrap up some big things like the office lease that we have here at the MTC Rider Academy. I got to take all this stuff down. I got to pack it all up, maybe sell it, But yeah, that's it. I'm thinking of Phoenix. So I'm still narrowing it down. I don't want to live on the west side. So it's either Ahwatukee. I don't know about Ahwatukee because it's kind of like its own little pocket. But Chandler, Gilbert, Tempe, Mesa, Scottsdale. I'm narrowing it down. Yeah. But more than likely, probably Gilbert, Chandler. I think I really want to narrow it down. I haven't looked at places to live because I got to take care of this first. What's up, Chuckler? I see people saying that they haven't been drinking. Harry, stop drinking alcohol is one of the. It's amazing. Like it gets to a point where being more conscious and aware is just that's the thing. But then, like, not having to deal with your body afterwards, and like, especially if you're consistent with not drinking, it's like you realize your body it doesn't like it. You've just been accustomed to it for a while. Good job, Renee. Yeah, exactly, Harry. Chuckler, how you doing? Robert, how you doing? Yeah. What should you move up to from the Rebel 300? I mean, if you really like that bike, you can go to the 500 or 1100. I love the Rebel platform. Stopped 3 years ago, huge difference. Nice. Can I send you a link to a crash on Reddit? Is it? No, it's a lot easier just to not do that for me. Today might be a little bit shorter just because I do have some things I do want to do. Nice, Jiro. I think I'll be sober when I move. I don't know. I like the idea. I'm still like playing with ideas. I like the ideas of being sober. I like being the idea of moving. But yeah, I think it'd be great in Phoenix. I think there's a lot of opportunities up there. I think there's a lot of companies up there that I can collaborate with, and then I do have some ideas when it comes to what I want to do, and I think there's just a bigger community up there. I think it's as simple as that. So definitely thinking about it. Plus, if people are like coming in from out of town, it's so much easier to come in from out of town to Phoenix than it is to Tucson. So it'd be a lot easier to like collaborate with some other people. How's everybody been doing? We're gonna be we got some. Oh, so Arrow, you've been sick. Oof. No buenos. Yeah, it seems like everybody's doing 3 years. Must have been from after COVID. After COVID, kind of like maybe a lot of people were drinking like crazy during COVID, 2019, 2020, and then boom, 2021. It's like, no more drinking. Thinking about leaving when you leave college, about getting a bike. Yeah, it's all about risk management, man. It's all about risk management. Go low CC if you can. If you're within the town, you don't have to go crazy out of town. Triumph Trident. No, I haven't heard that one, man. There we go. We got some music. So Saturday's video is having a tough time being monetized, which sucks because I only put out 2 videos a week basically on crash stuff, and when they don't get monetized, I don't get paid for the week. So if you guys want to support what we do here, the MTC Rider Academy, links in descriptions, $120 a year. I'm working on, let me show you guys. I like to show you guys stuff. I am working, oh, what is this? What did I create here? Oh, that was the masculine traits thing. We can delete that. Let's go over here. Smart Rider strategy guide. I'm on draft 6. And so this draft's goal, because the other drafts were meant to kind of get my ideas on paper, and then now that I have like the foundational information from years of coming up with stuff, and the reasons why behind it was, I mean, if you guys don't know, so I was a firefighter for 11 years, firefighter EMT for 11 years, career, but I was an EMT for like 15, 16 years or something like that. And so I did that, and that's where the Smart Rider principles really kind of came from, the rescue part, teaching and mentoring, but then all the other things like getting gear, because we had to have gear, maintaining our fundamental skills. We had 20 hours of fire training every month. If you only had 10 shifts, that's 2 hours a day. And then seeking and recognizing hazard situations. I know I went backwards on a lot of that. Making sure that on the fire scene, on EMS scenes, that we remain calm, ensure our own safety, and kind of like we're very hyper vigilant and aware. We wouldn't want a building to fall on top of us. So that's where I got that. Boom. That's as best I could. And I didn't even have rescue yet. I didn't have plan yet. I didn't have MTC awareness stages yet. I have a new thing, safety check, pre-ride check that I didn't have yet. And just kept building. And then I became an MSF rider coach for 2 years, accident scene management instructor. I went and took my TECC class, Tactical Emergency Casualty Care class. I'm still certified in that, and I don't think that ends till 26. So I'll just do it anyways again. I like doing things every 2 years as a refresher. And just years of doing this stuff, and I just kind of came up with my own things because I tried working with Total Control. I've emailed MSF. I've tried basically collaborating. I don't like to just follow. I have a tough time following and like doing what other people want. So I mean, I can. I just don't like it. And so I decided just to create my own. And so I've been creating my own stuff. So that's what the book's basically coming from. And so like I took the best from firefighting. I took the best from or in my mind, from MSF, the principles, core principles, not their actual curriculum, because you can't copy that stuff. That's all copyrighted and whatever. So I created my own, the Smart Rider drills, the rescue pack, the rescue acronym, and how to follow through the training modules. Here we go. I've just been talking because I wanted to make sure I got Let's go ahead and bring this up over here. And I'll show you guys when we get to the classroom. And yeah, so I just wanted to create my own thing, and it kind of came down to now this draft is about like, well, what is it that you guys are going to benefit from that information? And I want you guys to pass your test. I want you guys to pass your DMV test. So now what this draft's all about is me researching the common exercises that are done for the United States DMV tests for, like, the permit and the passing the final. And a lot of it's straight line weave, U-turn, tight turn, braking and swerving. That's pretty much it. So if I could teach you how to do all those things, you can pass your test. Boom, look at that. I'm not gonna be able to help you pass your written test because I think that's something you have to study on your own. It's that's based on where you're at, but the actual physical test I can help you out with. And then how to get gear, because a lot of people don't know how to shop for gear. I want to help you with that. And then also have a fun thing to do with your friends or for yourself. That's sort of Smart Rider games. And so there was that. And then show you guys how to ride around town, because they don't teach you that in MSF. Those are things I wanted to do. And then the post-accident protocol and stress management from rescue. So anyways, I'm creating a book. It's gonna be 3 modules so far. That's what I have. Let's go ahead and go to the classroom real quick. So it's kind of like what it looks like for the most part. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit. Let's get up to here. There we go. So I've been working on some stuff. I'm finally formatting things. And so the way I set it up, and I'm sharing all this stuff. I'm not sharing it because it's like, hey, look at what I'm doing, and I'm never coming out with it. I mean, I've already come out with a book, Rescue Pack. I created these drills. So this week, what I'm doing is actually I'm like recreating a lot of stuff in Photoshop and like getting some graphics done. And that's the kind of stuff I want to do. So I'm showing it because I'm showing you guys my progress, because those of you at the MTC Rider Academy are paying yearly. And I'm sorry it's taking forever, but I'm working my butt off, so making sure you guys have the right stuff. And because it's pretty important that I teach you the right things. So I'm sharing it because these are the updates. These are kind of like, developer notes for video games? It's like, hey guys, here's some patch updates. It's kind of what I'm doing here. So, motorcycle control. So I got the quiz. So I've written it out because it's also going to be part of the MTC Rider Academy. It's gonna be a new course too. So it's gonna be a course, a book, video series, and then some social media posts and whatnot. So anyways, how to mount and dismount. So all this stuff right here, it looks pretty familiar when it comes to your motorcycle test, right? And so like how to get on your bike, how to operate it, the basic operations. So what that is like it's going to show the handlebars, the primary controls, kind of like familiarization type of a thing. Mastering friction zone, very important. Swerving, braking, gears, and then slow speed drills. So like basic operation is a little bit of friction zone and a little bit of braking and how to turn the handlebars. So that's all you're really going to need to know until you get to, these things. And then slow speed drills. So when I talked about your test, straight line weave, turn from a stop, U-turn, figure 8. That's all you're gonna need to know. And so if you get the book once it's out, when you can take the course and everything once it's out, and once I create some videos, it's gonna be more structured on the academy. For YouTube, it's gonna come out a little bit later. So if you want to get the stuff ahead of time, join the academy. In module 1, that's all you're gonna need, right? That's all you're gonna need. I'm going to answer this question real quick. It's a great question. So what are my thoughts on MSF teaching a slow look, press and roll versus trail braking? I think they're both tools that should be taught and learned. I think for an absolute beginner that is learning just how to turn the handlebars and still doesn't understand friction zone and still doesn't understand truly great progressive braking, I think slow look, press and roll is a great acronym, and I think it's a great thing to learn. Trail braking is slow look, press, and roll. You're slowing down through the look, press, and then you roll. So it's a marrying. You're marrying both. You're basically combining all the slow look, press, and roll. And they're not separate when you're doing trail braking, if that makes sense. It's almost like if you're talking about shifting, where you have to roll off the throttle, pull in the clutch, shift the shift lever, release the friction into the friction zone, and roll in the throttle at the same time. All that's separate, but once you get really good, it's one movement. Just like slow look, press, and roll, it's all separate. Trail braking, it's all one movement. It's just at the beginning, you're not going to be very good at being smooth shifting, just like you're not going to be very good at and smooth at trail braking. So imagine going through a corner, you're not super smooth trail braking. What do you think is going to happen? And that's why I think it's very important for new people to learn slow press and roll. And once you get good at that, you're like, oh, I could just slow through the turn while I'm looking, pressing, and rolling. That's trail braking. So I think they're both great. I think it's really important to focus on what the student can learn versus what's the best thing, if that makes sense. And that's where I focus a lot, is like, who am I teaching? What is the capacity of the student versus what is the best thing for an expert to know? Because then I'm teaching a beginner, expert, or even advanced things when they don't even understand fully the beginner things. And so it takes time. You have to teach you have to teach to the student, not teach what you know. If that makes sense. So anyways, unit 2 is gonna be motorcycle gear. We're gonna be talking about that. I do want to bring in somebody that can talk a little bit more about it, because I talk from a consumer standpoint. I want to be able to talk to somebody that actually can dive into it. Smart Rider Games. So this right here, technically, since I'm posting this on YouTube, this is the first time it's ever been seen. So if anybody has an issue, I own the copyright. So right here, I mean, I got some more stuff I've been kind of working with. In fact, I like Open Sans. Let's change this back to Open Sans. Roboto used to be what I liked. Now I like Open Sans. In fact, let's go ahead. Make it a title. I like 20 for titles. Let's go and bold it. I like that. Okay. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but we'll do this one because it's a little bit easier. This is how I started. So these were my goals. I wanted a pre-ride checklist that wasn't for the gear or for the motorcycle. I wanted it mainly for the rider, because that's who I care about. And so I took some ideas from T-Clocks. I do not want to focus on the weekly style checks, mainly just for the quick pre-ride checks, because this is what I do. Ask questions versus telling what you guys should do, what you should think. So it's called a safety checklist. You can see right here, safe and then a T. So safety checklist. So what's your state of mind? Are you mentally prepared and alert for the ride? So these are all things you're like getting ready to ride. So are you mentally prepared and alert for the ride? Have you avoided alcohol, drugs, or medications that could impair your abilities? Are you free from distraction, stress, or emotional factors that could affect your focus? So I know a lot of people, they go into riding and they're like, I'm like stressed. I want to get pissed. Like I'm pissed off. I want to go for a ride. It's like, well, that could affect you. Were you drinking a little bit and then now you're riding and angry and drunk? You know, what kind of medications? Like these are all things that could affect. And it's not like, hey, don't ride now. I wouldn't recommend it, but I want you to be aware. I want you to be aware of your mental state. Are you assuming any upcoming risks? You know, how's the weather? What about the road conditions? What about road work, heavy traffic, any intersections? These are all things that a lot of people don't think about when they get on the bike. And it's like, well, I just want you to understand. Hey, these are some things. So it's actually zoned. And it's like, oh, this is like a real thing. How's your fitness? Do you have any back injuries? Can that affect you when you're about to shift and you might have some nerve, sciatica? And you're like, oh, I can't really shift right now. Or, oh, I can't, apply the front brake because my hand, I'm having neuropathy or something going on with my hand. Are you hydrated? You have a headache, right? Without being hydrated, tired. Are you well rested? Doing equipment checks. So now we're getting into the gear stuff. Check your gear. Did you make sure you have that strap? Do you have all your full gear? Is your gear dirty? because it could affect the reflective stuff on your gear. What about your emergency kit? I always double check before I go for a ride if I have my rescue pack in my saddlebag. And then finally, tires and controls inspection, because those are big ones. Because like if your tires are damaged, that's the one thing that's really going to be taken care of. Not taken care of. It's going to be one of those things that you have to really take care of, because that's the contact patch between you and the ground. If that's gone, there's nothing. I mean, your suspension can be pretty much destroyed, and you're going to feel it, but like you're still going to have some traction if you have good tires. So making sure it's correct pressure, free from damage, excessive wear. Making sure your controls actually work. You know, imagine like if your engine shutoff doesn't really work very well, your key gets super tight and it doesn't want to turn very well. Your clutch is like super loose and it's not really activating. Your brakes, you know, they don't have the right fluid, so it can't brake very well. It gets a little spongy. What about your chain, right? Your belt tension. So like the safety checklist, this is something I created because I feel like nobody's talking about it. And it's quick. It's like, so how's my mind? I feel great. Like my norm, cool. I feel great. I'm not angry about to get on the ride. I'm going to enjoy myself. What about the risk? Like, it's actually kind of hot out. So maybe I shouldn't wear a long sleeve and wear like some pants underneath my motorcycle pants. I'll just wear my underwear under my pants and wear a nice little moisture wicking shirt under it so I don't get dehydrated. Let's go ahead and bring some water just in case. Let's go ahead and mitigate some of that risk. How's my fitness? It's like I do have a little bit of back pain, but it's going to be a 20-minute ride, 30-minute ride. I'm not going for long distance. So I think I'll be fine. And I've been drinking water, so I might have to go pee anyways. Not a big deal. And then my equipment. It's like I got full gear. I already checked it. It looks great. Feels great. I got my Bluetooth on. It's full battery. My boots, when I was putting it on, checked. Everything seems good. The zippers are good. The Velcro's good on my gloves, jacket and pants. They feel great. Cool. I'm good. I'm done. I got my first aid kit. I got my rescue kit, rescue pack in my saddlebag. We're all there. Tires. Cool. Let me go ahead and just, double check the tire pressure, do a quick visual, see if there's any dry rot, any cracks, see how the wear bars are. Chain looks good. Handlebars look good. Moving them out. Everything seems fine. Cool. Let's go ahead and go. Simple. That's it. It's not like, check tires, was it T-clocks, yeah? Check tires, the clutch, and all this other stuff. And it's like, I got to go do a full thing on the bike, but what about me? Yeah, check the tires on. So, like, stuff like this. And then, like, my own thing with the Smart Rider games, the MTC awareness stages, plan method, rescue. And I got some workbooks. Yeah, it's just like little things that I like to create. So this is like the new book that I'm coming up with. And now this weekend and next week, I'm going to be designing a little bit of the structure. A little bit of the structure of the book itself. And once I have that, I'll have curriculum. So guess what, guys? The main thing here... let's go ahead and take the seat away, is I'm actually creating my own motorcycle training organization. This is going to be curriculum for a book. And then I'm creating the PowerPoint slides, basically, for instructors. I'm creating video examples for every single thing. When you go to class, they don't have video examples. They just have PowerPoint slides. And all of this stuff just so you can go to the DMV and take your test. And you don't have to worry about spending 3-4 days traveling and being with a group of people that you don't really care to be around in the heat, in the cold, whatever it is, when you can just go ahead and do it yourself. I'm excited. It's gonna be its own organization. And from there, it's about refinement. I think I'm finally done collecting, all the Smart Rider principles. I think I'm done with that. The Smart Rider principles themselves have been expanded. They've been expanded to now we have Rider core values. So I'm just like really excited about what it is I'm putting out there. And it's a lot of work. I'm having a good day. I'm having a good week, having a good year. No, I have not had a big spill yet, thankfully. Knock on wood. Just a few small ones. You made a buddy at the MSF? Nice. It's going to be a cult more of an organization? No, I think an organization can have core values. I don't know what you're talking about there. Check your tires before every ride. Checked mine this morning and rear was down to 15. Ooh, a little spongy on those turns, I bet. Spongy on acceleration and everything. Finally got your Ninja 400. Nice. Can you try to bring it to Mississippi? Not enough education here. The cool thing is that I'm going to be bringing it's since it's on a website, YouTube, MTC Rider Academy. It's going to be in book form. You can just get it and then you can train yourself. But I do want to go out and ride. You've been having fun with the drills. Nice. We're going to have some competitions hopefully pretty soon. All right, guys. We're going to be watching this. You guys know how it goes. Make sure you guys sign into class. Grab yourself a slice of pizza. Been practicing your 60 to 0. Ooh. Dun, dun. Changing temps always, yeah. And check your batteries too, guys. Check your batteries. All right, guys. We have 2 videos. Once again, you guys know how this goes. We record this for those that can't see and be here live for the class. This video probably will be out on Sunday, and then the other one will be out next week. So you guys actually get to see it early. So here we go, right? I gotta hit that record button. 3, 2, 1. All right, everybody, we're gonna be watching Expensive Bikes Fall to Pieces by MotoStars. Okay, remember, we're gonna be trying to figure out what happened, how it happened, and do better. Smart Rider Drill booklet is 20% off. Check it out in the store. Anyways, lane filtering.
Safely, but for some reason the rider decided to react
Moto Chiz.
the way.
Don't get mad. Ooh. Come on, man. Right? I'd be feeling the same thing. It's like maybe they're not friends, they don't know each other, but then you're right behind him. And then he does that. For whatever reason, I don't know. There's plenty of room. He obviously was able to make it through. Anger problem, right? Anger problem. And then, of course, we're over there like, wasn't me. A little bit awkward. A little bit awkward. And real quick, before we even get into that, we talked about this before we started. So this is the new book that's coming out. Okay, the safety checklist is something that we're adding into it. So the state of mind, okay? Are you mentally prepared and alert? Are you free from distraction, stress, and emotional factors that could affect your focus? I mean, this guy was probably really angry when he started his ride. And so now any slight thing that he might think that that can affect him, he gets super defensive. And then now we're going to start having these outbursts. Don't do that, guys. So remember, state of mind, assuming upcoming risks. How's your fitness for the ride? Did you do an equipment check? And your tires and controls doing well? I mean, is there any damage to any of that stuff? So let's go ahead and get this out of there. But that's going to be the new book. Let's go ahead and move on. We shared it before the class, so here we go. Crest of the hill, can't see what's around the corner. Okay, got some road surface, not a big deal, but we have that's what it looks like as a car driver. Let's go back to that. There's always something we can pull from these things. This is pretend you're in a car and this is your windshield. You have your dash right here. You don't see that motorcycle rider. The car driver does not see that motorcycle rider until the last second. Such a small object, especially with shades and everything. So put yourself in the perspective of a car driver. Now go ahead and put yourself back in the perspective of you as a rider turning left in front of somebody. Why do you think we get hit? This is the view that car drivers see. So be aware of that when you're making your left-handed turns and get through that turn as quick as possible. Also, it doesn't help that this guy's going 161. Probably kilometers, but you don't see that until last second. Don't see that until last second. Very lucky. Very lucky. That would have been, both of them would have been severely injured or dead from that. If it was a car driver, just a crumple zone, that motorcyclist would have been dead. All right, so we're having fun here. Hopefully you don't hit a little bit of a low side. So he's walking wounded, not a big deal. Make sure you remain calm, ensure your own safety. We don't get hit. There you go. Doesn't look like there's any major bleeds. Seems to be fine. Moving everything over, help him out. Make sure it's in neutral or pulling the clutch so you can actually move it. Sometimes you're not thinking after something like this, you're just embarrassed and you want to get it out of there. All right, here we go. Oh! Ouch. Ouch. I wonder if that hurt. So not much when it comes to motorcycle jackets to prevent the front end getting impacted.
Hey, man.
But let's take a look at what the gear could have helped out with, okay? So wear the gear you want to wear. We got full gauntlet gloves. We have a full face helmet. We don't have motorcycle pants or jacket or anything like that. So, or shoes. So there's that first initial flop of the foot. Okay, and it was a panic brake, right? You guys got that too, right? We slammed the brakes, probably at an intersection. This could happen. So we put our feet out. There's our right knee. So when we're talking about mechanism of injury, so we can have a potential knee injury right there, patellar break or anything with a tib fib, maybe even the very end of the femur. So we have our hands coming out. Don't touch my head. Got our hands coming out. So thankfully we have gloves, right? Because we're going to have possible road rash without gloves. So maybe a little bit of a protection there. But that's a natural instinct of the body right there to do that. So we got our left knee now. And then we have our chesticles. But let's get out of the way, Daniel. Come on. We have our chesticles. And then we have our face. So this is why we have a full face helmet for that chin bar. Because imagine without that chin bar, broken teeth, broken jaw, lacerated tongue, jacked up face, like maybe a hole in your chin. I've seen that before. And there's that impact. So this is why we wear full gear, everybody, just in case we panic brake, something happens, oil on the ground, whatever it was. Not good, but wear full gear. Able to probably walk away from that, not go to the hospital because of that helmet at least. All right, so we are riding on the shoulder.
Risky idea, and the result was not long.
It's kind of risky.
The driver didn't make sure.
Honestly, I'd probably do it too,
Way.
just because. Ooh, oh no. They weren't anticipating, so they didn't look through the mirror. I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, why did they check the mirror? Why? Why would that truck driver check the mirror? For the shoulder. There's no reason to. So in that situation, learning how to actually brake is really important. Being able to apply some really good progressive braking and not panicking is really important. Of course, you're going to be mad and you start blaming, but the goal is to not be defensive, because once you get defensive, you start having issues. Because then you're like, well, you're not going to learn. It's best to learn from your own mistakes and what you can control. And then the situation at hand, it's like now we know in that situation people can do that.
I had this camera on too.
He's got a Cardo Pack Dog Bold. I think that's a black. Great thing. Link in description for a discount. Okay, we're having... Oh, this is like a common area, right? Right in the comments where this is at, because this is what typically happens on that corner. Why do people still park their bikes on that corner? This is probably like the 10th, 12th, that I recognize that. 15th low side into other people's bikes. Right? Anybody, I mean, I see that all the time. All the time. So we're coming up to here. And there's always a low side. And then guess what? There goes some bikes. Oof. Ouch. Yeah, we gotta rescue him now.
Don't move, don't move, don't move.
Hopefully you have a rescue pack. All right, Sundown Car Club. Accident. Okay, what kind of accident are we gonna have here? Oh, left ankle, left leg, sliding on the hip. There it is. Look at that. So he's a little bit of, not big of a limp. Maybe he's not feeling the pain yet. Not feeling the pain yet. The shoe ripped up or his ankle's twisted. Let's take a look. So when we're talking about mechanism of injury here, so we're going to fall on our left side. Okay, we have intact pants right now. And there's that left side. So mechanism of injury, when we can see or at least put together what a crash scene looks like if there's damage to the left side of a bike, more than likely that's where the impact was. So we know that our leg is on the left side, right? If we see somebody that with like torn up gear on just the left side, we know there's probably injuries on the left side. And that's the whole thing about mechanism injuries, that we can kind of see what causes the accident, and then we can start determining what kind of care we can do. But we want to do a full assessment, but we can start to determine, where's the major injuries. So very quickly, just ripped it up. This is why we have motorcycle specific pants, not these khakis and chinos when we're out riding. We want to wear actual motorcycle specific pants because they're abrasion resistant if they're quality. So there's a little bit of a, he's holding it in. He's not screaming. He's not yelling and having an emotional reaction. Solving the problem. So he's got a motorcycle jacket. So completely ripped open those pants. And the shoe is probably just destroyed too. That's why we have motorcycle boots. And I like to have boots. These are a little bit high tops, but I like to have boots that are also high, and they have they have protection for the ankle and a little bit of protection for the bottom of your tib fib. This is not enough protection at all because that bike's slamming down on it. And then another thing is that I've seen with kids and bicycles is that they'll get impaled by their brake levers on their handlebars. So, how easy do you think it could have been to have like a peg and a shifter? I think the shifter's right there. Go into the side of your leg. Pretty easy. And hopefully it could have been mitigated with actual gear. All right, here we go. Can't see much, but that's fine. He looks like he's recording, and we're in inception mode right here. So here we go. Oh, side of the vehicle, a little Tesla. It's going to move out. It looks like they're going to stop, but a little bit freaky. It looks like they weren't going to. Swerve back.
At 100 miles an hour.
Good practice. Good practice.
Hope that such clips will raise awareness of how dangerous speeding can be and how important it's to do it carefully.
What are we doing here? Why are you choosing to go? Oh, and he's got a passenger. Why are you choosing to go that way? Why'd you choose to go on the right side? I'm not sure about that. So once again, it's accidents happen. We pulled out in front of somebody instead of like a car. So it's a human thing, not a oh. So we got our bike destroyed, their bike destroyed. Hopefully they're doing okay. Left leg looks injured. He's guarding it. He put his hand on it. It's because of the 2-car split law in Poland. 2-car split law. Can you explain a little bit more about that, Tony? 2-car split law. So her right knee, maybe the pants were like that originally, but she seems to be doing fine.
Bizde bir şey yok. Sende bir şey yok değil mi?
Everyone's in a little panic. Let's go back just a little bit. Yeah, I just don't. So supposedly there's a law. I just don't understand why we switched from this to going all the way to the right.
I hope that such clips.
You know what I mean? So we went from doing that to even this.
Can be and how
Like that seems to be good enough.
important it's to do it carefully.
So we're getting some ideas that maybe they can't split, but they can filter shoulders. But that's why you got to double check. And it might be a little bit harder to double check slow speed to do a nice head check, especially when you have a passenger. But these are things that you have to practice. Do that head check. It's very important. Maybe even pause. Going back here. Let's go back just a little bit. So I know there's a head check here, but like maybe even just pause the bike. Because you can't really see. You see the line of sight? It's an uncommon thing in a common situation. There's a line of sight issue right here. Can't see past the vehicle. And remember, we're probably only looking for cars. He probably wasn't looking for another motorcyclist. In Poland, the legal situation is somewhat complex as lane splitting is not specifically legalized but not banned either. Interesting. Okay. So maybe they just went to the shoulder to be a little bit safer legally. But this is also another reason why just because it's legal doesn't mean it's the safe thing. Which sucks because if they could just, oh, look at his head, easily could have been bad. Oof. All right, so This is why I think some things should be legal, because it's safe, because people will still do whatever it is they want to do, and I don't know. This is a terrible situation. Speed legions. Ooh, speed wobbles, please keep it up, because imagine hitting one of the curbs right there, because they're kind of slotted. Get your head stuck in it, snap a neck. And we're going backwards. Interesting. Did I save it? Yeah, you did. I could tell. Good for you, but probably slow it down. Miss Monkey Bear, here we go. Miss Monkey Bear, sorry about that. So emerging area, orange stage, a little bit what's going on. We got a side of the vehicle, or I'm sorry, open lane pattern and blind spot right there. Okay, typical. Write in the comments if you see that now all the time. You see these blind spots, open lane patterns, and you're able to navigate out of that situation. Boom, there we go. A little bit of a crash. Oh, he was able to walk it off. Very good. Very good. Supermoto hell. Interesting. Side of the vehicle, intersection. GoPro makes the gap look bigger. Why do people say that? I don't know, man. It's just... I mean, I can... Okay. That's a side of the vehicle intersection. Orange stage. Nighttime. Different hazards. Right? You did good with the braking. I'll give you that. We don't have to... See how we escalated the situation? We escalated the situation. You're in a vulnerable spot straddling your bike. He could just push you. You're not in a good spot. Just take off. Just go. There you go. Just go. Get out of there. Dirt to tarmac. Here we go. Lane filtering. Is this a TW or what is this? Whoa!
Situation, the biker doesn't understand why the driver is deliberately blocking him, so he decided...
Because he's a jerk. And then just leave it at that. Let them have it. Law of gross tonnage. They will win. Let them have it. There's no reason to fight that. No reason to fight that. Move on. Just move on. Yeah. Yep. There's some jerks out there. Here we go. The zen of commuting starting to drop my guard. Okay, so we started to what? What stage do you think we went into if he started to drop his guard? Think of highway hypnosis. This is something you could do in your car pretty easily. Yeah, we're probably in white stage. Started zoning out. Very easy to do. But remember, when we're getting up to merging areas like this, we should start going into orange stage. Typically, yellow stage throughout the whole thing, but then we start getting to blind spots, start getting these on and off ramps. Let's get into orange stage. We don't know exactly what's happening here. And then we have somebody swerve out in front of us because they want to make that exit. Okay, so what can we do? We can accelerate past because we got to find an escape path at that point. There's not going to be enough time to progressively brake and let them in with that total stopping distance. So we might have to swerve to the right to get on the shoulder. We might have to accelerate past and swerve to the right. Maybe even brake and move to the right. Okay, we can't just brake and then hopefully not get hit. It might work if they accelerate, but I'm not going to trust that. I'm going to trust myself and my skill set. So I did a great job. Moved out of the way. Shoulder. Get right back on. Good job, man. All right. I don't know how to say that name. Neighborhood. Why is it like dark? It's messing with my eyes. Good job recognizing the side of a van. Good job recognizing it. That's a pattern. How you doing, John? Color grading on this one. So is this like a passing lane? It's a passing lane. We were passing. They wanted to pass too. Recognize these situations, guys. Handle it. Good job with the braking. We have bears. Oof. Once you get past them, accelerate past. They're pretty fast. No. Woolly mammoth. Short. Oh, what's that on the road?
Corner. No way, dude.
Oh, it's trash bags.
Same corner.
Okay.
No,
those are saddlebags.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Imagine that. Imagine.
Hey, buddy.
So he seems to be fine.
Are you okay?
So he's probably exhausted though. You could help if you want to.
All the way down.
You can help because he's probably really exhausted.
I don't even.
You can see the tearing on his
man.
On his hoodie. I rolled and then rolled down. Yeah, it's down there. You're gonna need some help to get that out. But he's got his saddlebags. He's pulling things up.
Ping ponged all the way down.
Wow.
Right here.
So that's one of those things that's pretty scary is that you're out riding, right? Think about that, right? You're out riding and you see that like the little black thing over there. And you get closer.
This is the same corner.
And I thought they were trash bags until we got closer. So they're saddlebags. Now, why would saddlebags be there? You start doing a little bit of investigation in your head. It's like you start doing 1 + 1, 2 + 2. It's like interesting, you know, what's going on here. And if you see that, it's like somebody had to put that there. Probably a bike. Okay. But then we see the guy come up.
Hey, dude, this is the same corner. There's a helmet on the ground.
And you see him come up.
God.
And you're like, oh, I wonder if he's injured. So it switches from like, this is kind of weird to maybe we should, maybe there's a little bit of thing like we could do to rescue. I mean, let's remain calm, ensure on safety, stop major bleeds. But the fact that he's climbing up, saddlebags are down, it's like that gives you a good indication. Something's probably not the worst. Like he's probably doing fine. But if there's any minor scratches, a little bit of venous bleeding, at least in the rescue pack, which is 25% off right now. We have some 4x4s, 5x9s. You can, and some roll gauze. You can go ahead and clean up some of that stuff. But man, that's crazy. Let me grab the back. Yeah, 25% off right now. Grab it. Tourniquet, triangular bandages, rescue card, 4x4s, 5x9s, everything that you're gonna need for a situation like this, even for minor bleeding, but definitely for major bleeding.
Down there.
So it's a scary situation because there's some people that will go down there and then die because nobody even notices that they're gone. You guys seen those? I think it was recent with a snowboarder who was upside down in a tree well, and a skier just like went the same direction, but then he just like, I don't know, he crashed, but he just fell and sat down, and he sees like just a little bit of a snowboard sticking up, and he digs him out. That dude would have been dead. Nobody would have known. Nobody would have known. Write in the comments if you've seen that. It's pretty cool. He rescued that person. But same thing can happen for this motorcyclist. Rom Squatch, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, buds.
Rom Squatch. All right,
Right there, hopping away.
I don't know what he was looking at. Oh, deer, probably.
Yeah, baby deer again.
Okay. Watch out for those. Did good. Yo English. Wear some full gear. Uh-oh, did you lose something on your Can-Am?
You're still on fire. I
Fire?
know, obviously, Suzuki does not have cruise control. Even with
Turn right.
with the
Your
harbor.
GPS says
So
turn
it's
right.
like, I know I'm not getting cruise control.
You got your 360. What do we...
Oh my god, dude.
What?
Bag is toast.
Oh. Oh, friction, just heat on the tire, or just was it the exhaust? The exhaust was melting it.
Look at this.
Oh, you lost everything out of it. Oh, that sucks. Watch where you put your gear.
Oh my gosh.
Watch where you put your gear.
You want
Flint and fam.
Yeah. I can make sure that I keep on
Flint and fam.
my braking, my hard braking, practicing
Okay.
maneuvers like that, maneuvering left, maneuvering right.
Good job.
I probably could have.
I literally thought this was a song until he started speaking with a. It's interesting.
My maneuvers like that, maneuvering left, maneuvering right. There's no way I probably could have braked there properly because he came out so slow and he committed so late. Like,
Good job with the swerve, getting yourself out of there. I thought this was.
but anyways, if you guys have a different
This is good. I think.
Let me know.
Imagine if there's like a training video where it's just straight up, like a rap. Now I'm starting to sound like an old school teacher, like trying to teach typing with a game. that was pretty good. I want to listen to the first part again. I was about to say I gotta like mute this because we're gonna have a copyright issue. This is Flint and Fam. All right.
understand what it is. So yeah, I can make sure that I keep on practicing my braking, my hard braking, practicing my maneuvers like that, maneuvering left, maneuvering right.
I love it. I love it, man. Good job. Good job.
But anyways, if you guys have a different read on the situation, let me know. But
You did great, buddy. Oh, we got people getting mad because of noise. So today I went to get a donut, and there were some kids just like taking their time with their grandma, and I just sat there with some patience and enjoying the fact that these kids are excited about getting a donut themselves, and who cares? Anyways, once again, we have the Smart Rider training drills and the drill booklet, 20% off right now. Go ahead and grab it, and then the rescue pack is 25% off. So links in the description, links in the chat. Once these are gone, I don't think I'm going to be making any more because I'm writing a new book, and I'm going to be focusing more on books and the Motorcycle Training Academy. But with that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and I'll see you guys next week or whatever. Yeah. There it is. There it is. That was pretty good. He did he did pretty good. He did pretty good. That was funny. That was pretty good. We got one more. So if you guys are just joining, my focus is, let's go and turn this down a little bit. My focus is, let's turn that down even more, is a new book that I'm coming out with. I'm writing. Okay. So we have module 1, 2, and 3. Module 3 is going to be mainly about rescue. I want to like dive harder into it. The last few iterations of what I've done is that rescue is just kind of like an overall awareness. What I want to do now is really go in depth on what rescue is and show you guys some real things. And so I got my dummy up over here. You guys saw that in the beginning. Tomorrow's going to be a video on gear, and you'll see him kind of hanging out there. And I'm putting them all together finally. We'll show you that. And then you're going to get some good graphics, the rescue booklet, rescue cards, full Smart Rider games, motorcycle test practice. We're going to do a lot more, and I can't wait. So this next week, I'm going to be making some graphics and kind of formatting a book structure because I have everything else. Now, the book, it's not like, hey, it's going to be, well, I want to make it a story. Maybe that'll be the next version, but this one's going to be very instructional, kind of get you going. Hopefully, it's going to be a good resource for motorcycle coaches out there. And if you want to mentor and teach your own people, that's great, but it's going to be from a mindset where it's like I'm teaching you directly through the book. Like I'm talking to you. So that's kind of the goal here. Ripping that to MP3, yeah, right? That dog dude with 10 gifted memberships. You guys can get some memberships in here. So Jeff, Tony, Joseph, Knockoff Knives, Archula, Zach, John, Tommy, Michael, and Aldo were gifted memberships. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. So let's get to 200 likes. Let's go ahead and get to 200 likes while we're here. We're going to watch this video. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. We're going to watch this video. What the dog doing? What are you talking about? Is there a dog here? Did I miss something? Are you talking about my dog? Ooh, hit a mirror. There's a nice impact. Ooh, he almost went up and over. That's no es buenos. Bum, bum. Just the name of the guy who gifted subs. Oh, that dog dude. Yeah. Yeah. Got distracted. Got distracted. What's the opinion on knee braces? Are they unnecessary for casual riding? Any protections. I don't think any protection is a bad thing. I think that's great. If you feel comfortable with it, that's perfectly fine. There we go. That's the reason why I've missed some of these live streams. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. 112 likes. Let's get a little bit more. We're about to start this one. This is going to be the second video of the day. And I'm sorry, guys, but it's going to probably be the last one just because I'm going to be focusing on, like I said, building out this book. And once it's built out, let's go and turn this down just a little bit. Once it's built out and it's fully developed and I ship it, that's going to be the curriculum for this channel. We're gonna be doing after action reviews, but I have a 12-week program of content that I'm gonna constantly reiterate, readjust, redo, have some breaks. So you're gonna see probably, I think it's gonna come out to 36 weeks. So you're gonna see the same thing, not the same thing. You're gonna see the same topics. Maybe there's gonna be some adjustments, but 3 times a year. But it's just gonna get better and better and better. So like let's say the first one is gonna be like gear. It's not the first one, but the first out of the 3 times I talk about helmets. Cool. We talk about helmets. I do my thing. The second time, maybe I cut the helmet in half and show you the inside. Maybe the third one, we go to the store and we pick out some helmets and do some things. So it's gonna be the same topic, just done differently. And so that's gonna be the fun thing for me. I think it's gonna be great information for you. And it's all based on the book. And before you know it, every year is going to be hopefully a new version of the book, a new version of the Academy stuff. So I'd love to get, once it's out, Viking, I might send out the white paper. Once it's done, send out the white paper to the MTC Rider Academy. And then once it's completely done, it's gonna be uploaded to the MTC Rider Academy anyway. So you guys get that stuff first. All the digital stuff, you get it in your membership. All right, guys, we're going to be talking about this. Let's go ahead and hit the record button. All right, heart-stopping motorcycle moments. Okay, so we got some crashes there. We got a little bit of anger there. We have another crash there, up and over, almost. Here we go.
Today we are going to start with a situation.
Great lane filtering, but look at that view. Look at that.
Last moment without giving this rider much.
Looks amazing. People are letting people. Oh, whoa, we were. Dutch motorcycle madness. I don't think I've seen him crash yet. That was a jerk move. How you doing, Acer? How you doing, Acer? Let's take a look at this one. So this is a great, look at that line of sight. Oof, looks amazing. We got an escape path straight ahead. If we had to, we can escape by acceleration. We can see pretty far. Space cushions to the left and right are pretty decent, even for lane filtering and splitting.
Without giving this rider.
But then this person last moment decides to do that. Now, why? I mean, everyone, it's going to be hard to pick this out, especially when you're lane filtering. There's a lot of stuff going on. So this is going to be a high-risk maneuver and situation. Is that person didn't like that spot because that lane was going slower? That's the reason why. And it sucks because if that's the reason why you crash and get, injured, maybe even life-altering injury, is because somebody didn't like their lane because it was slower. That's a terrible thing to have to process and understand why, maybe your right leg isn't working anymore. But that's a risk that we're taking when we're riding motorcycles. So how do we hopefully mitigate and prevent that? Wear full gear, as a smart rider, acquire and use personal protective equipment. But watch out for these brake lights. You see brake lights, and then you see open spots. Always cover those front brakes. We're in orange stage. Cover those front brakes. Find your escape paths if you have to. Try to stop in time with a space cushion. Don't go so fast that you can't stop. Lots of different things, but at the end of the day, hopefully we mitigate our injuries. So you applied the brakes instead of slamming super hard into it. That's the best you could have done. That's the best you could have done.
Yeah.
That's fine. He's able to walk away from it, right? Let's play some gratitude here. Let's go ahead and be happy that we're still alive. Now this one, very lucky. So good job applying the brakes, but now we're kind of getting pissed off and acting like an idiot. Okay, so here we go. We're coming up to here, kind of the same situation, right? Instead of lane filtering, we're speeding around, but we get cut off because that lane is going slower. The person wanted to switch over. Couldn't see us as the rider because we're going super fast. So we get up to here, and we're having to apply some progressive braking so that we don't, get slammed into the wall. We have to slow down so that we can get behind him again. And once we felt safe, right, we started rev bombing. No, let's not rev bomb. Let's go ahead and keep reducing our speed so we're way behind, so we have a better space cushion behind this person, and let them in. Simple as that. We can accelerate past. The dude's driving a truck, we're riding a motorcycle. We're having a better day. So we're coming up to here, and we're going to get pissed off and hit the mirror. Very childish. Very childish. All right, old man upset I filtered, then almost hits me. See, that's kind of dumb for people to be like that. Now, if it's legal to filter, you're definitely in the right. I mean, you have at least another thing to say, hey, I'm in the right. But if it's not, I mean, now you're both kind of doing the wrong thing. At least that's how I view it. So you don't have to filter, especially if it's nice out. I don't filter if it's nice out. I filter when it's fun and when it's hot out. But I don't need to have fun all the time. I just don't want to sweat all the time. I sweat all the time, especially in the summer. Anyways, here we go. Side of the vehicle. No slowing. Did not slow down one bit. So it's intersection. You got the side of the vehicle right here. We're supposed to be in orange stage. Can't even see because we have terrible line of sight. Can't see much. I didn't hear a single roll off the throttle, engine braking. I didn't hear any change in the RPMs. I didn't see any reaching for that front brake. I don't know if that was the case or not, but I didn't see any change in speed. When you have something like this, not this, this was different, but when you have something like this, just roll out the throttle. You're going to get some engine braking. Allow that person to go through even more because they already started, right? They already started. Let them go through even more. And you're going to have a bigger gap between you and that person when you finally get to that intersection. And it's going to be less of a stressor. So if we're going to be doing this, and I only say this because of that. First idiot today. Are we talking about ourselves? I don't know. Let's see what happens here on the second idiot of the day. Okay, so that one I can see. Oh, but we didn't do a good job ourselves. So that person...
You good?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry. Okay?
Yeah, you okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look at this one. Let's see how we're riding. 'Cause remember, we get only what we can control, right? Let's see how we're riding. Okay, we're riding pretty fine. It's okay. Are we going too fast for the area? Maybe. I don't know what speed he is, but let's just say he's going speed limit. That person shouldn't have done that. So we saw it happening. You hear the RPMs go down a little bit, so he's rolling off the throttle. Are we squeezing that front brake for some good progressive braking? I would hope so, but it doesn't look like we did. Doesn't look like we did. At least, well, it did look like we did. It did look like we did some progressive braking, but we didn't have our handlebars straight and then put our feet down just in case. We got a little panicked. So we started with the red stage and we moved into the brown stage where we panicked just a little bit at the end. Okay, it's understandable. All right, we're both, it's a good lesson. That person shouldn't have done it in the car. It shows us we should practice a little bit more. And then maybe we could do it better in this situation. Okay, so not too bad.
Okay.
Second view through,
okay?
much better.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, let's see. Hopefully no real damage to the bike. Handlebars are probably twisted a little bit because once it hits the ground, it can twist it a little bit. All right, Rider Joshua. Oh, we got some sharp left turn coming up.
On the bike for 2 weeks, and that it was his first 1000cc bike.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, it was an unlucky day when the rider made
Crest of the hill. You saw the squiggle lines on the sign. Yep. Trying to keep up with our buddy. First 1000cc bike. Very easy to accelerate with that throttle. It's also easier to apply some brakes. So usually they have... Oh, no. Usually have some really good Brembo brakes. Oh. It's pretty sad when you see like a really nice, expensive... Oh, up and over. Up and over. All right, let's take a look at this. So we got some context here. First 1000cc bike, look at that. 30 miles an hour recommended. Our buddy's way ahead. Probably a little bit better rider because he's probably been on a 1000cc bike a little bit longer. Let's take a look though. So for a beginner rider, I saw that right away. All right, sharp right, sharp left turn, 30 miles per hour recommended. On a motorcycle, it's much easier to go like even 40 or 50 on these recommended, but in cars, it's definitely recommended doing that. But I like to see those things and be like, huh, it's going to be different than what the current road speed limit is recommending. It's now recommending caution-wise, right? Orange sign, orange, that maybe we should slow it down just a little bit. Let me go ahead and put that in my mind and keep a little bit in the tank for me. So then we got pedestrians possibly or hikers. Okay.
the bike had.
So our buddy's way up there, and this is why we talk on our Cardo Pack Talk edges and bolds, free comms. They have a great lineup. Links in the description for that. I think it's 20% off if you use that link. It's an affiliate link. It helps out. But that's what I use. You could talk to each other. So 40 miles an hour, recommended 30. So it's recommending 10 mile an hour drop. Not a big deal. So here's that sharp turn. We can't see around it.
And that it was his first 1000cc bike.
First 1000cc bike. And now we have another little squiggle sign, 30 recommended. So it seems like this area is pretty interesting. It's like, huh, maybe we should take it a little easier. He's on Race Pro. Come on, man. It's your first time. So there's the crest of the hill. You can't see what's around that corner, but let's take a look. Let's take a look at what we're doing here. We're going 70 miles an hour. 70 in a recommended 30. Okay. 70 in a 40. Okay. It's your first time on a 1000cc bike, so the acceleration is real easy to do. And braking is going to be a little bit harder because you're not used to that fast acceleration. Crest of the hill, sign says there's going to be turns coming up. So after the crest of the hill, you notice that, hey, or you should know that, hey, there's going to be some turns. So when I can't see the turns coming up because of the crest of the hill, I'm going to slow down. I'm going to slow down. So I know there's turns coming up because I saw the sign, but where's the turn? Is it going left? Is it going right? What's going on? Is it right after this crest of the hill? I'm going 70. Huh. Well, you're not really thinking about that if this is your first time riding a 1000cc bike. It's your first time in the mountains, or you're trying to keep up with your buddy. And this is why we talk on our Bluetooth systems, the Cardo Pack Talks, because then you can tell them, hey, slow down, dude. Or I can't keep up. It's okay. Let your ego die a little bit so that your bike doesn't die.
The cost limit.
Or you. So right here, panicked a little bit. There's our buddy way up there. We can't navigate this corner because we can't prepare for it because that crest of the hill kind of gave us a problem. We're going too fast for what we're used to. We're not thinking about our ride. We're thinking about our buddy up ahead trying to catch up. This is Seven Lakes Drive, New York. Ooh, okay, interesting. Now our bike is destroyed. I've had so many ego deaths in my life that it's okay. There's some grief involved because now you're having to grieve like your capabilities and kind of like who you used to be or who you want to be. But it gives you a good grounding reality of, oh, it's okay, because it shows me I can learn this, I could do this, this is what I'm currently capable of, and it gives you confidence knowing that you're doing your best with what you got. I don't know. That's just me. Hopefully some of you guys can take away from that. Hopefully he can learn from this. That's what we learn from these videos, right? Now our buddy has to turn around. Hopefully they were talking to each other. But if not, he's long gone. Got your first bike, a 125cc Mondial flat track. Nice. Open lane pattern. Somebody's going to come over. Ooh, he almost went up and... No way! There's the emotional reaction. Let it out. But we have to try our best to remain calm because we're not going to be able to think logically. So remain calm because the next logical step that we have to do is ensure our own safety. And then stop any major bleeds and quickly assess the severity. Now, if we have a rescue pack in our, maybe his Apple Watch even notified people, but if we have a rescue pack in our bag or in our backpack, we can hopefully stop any major bleeds. 25% off right now. Check it on the store. But one thing that could help out in a lot of these situations is, just doing the Smart Rider principles, seeking and recognizing hazardous situations, maintaining your fundamental skills, acquiring and using personal protective equipment. We're already being taught right now because right now, look at the speed limit. 136.8, one of those. 136, going pretty fast, 6 gar. Not a lot of gear. So when we're talking about seeking and recognizing hazardous situations, are we a hazardous situation? Are we putting ourselves into that hazardous situation? Are we doing our own safety checklist? Once again, part of the new book that I'm writing out. Are we checking our state of mind? Are we assuming any upcoming risks? How's our fitness for the ride, right? Is our back pain? Do we have leg pain? Can we actually shift? Do we have neuropathy? Do we have only 2 fingers? What about our equipment check? Do we have full gear? Are we wearing gear? Are we doing everything? And then we'll finally check our tires and controls. But at this point, it seems like we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. There's an open lane pattern. Person comes out, sees him last second, right? Oh, crap. But then they also look, oh, no, I'm going to hit this car if I don't switch lanes. That car driver wanted to switch, saw you as the motorcycle rider. Oh, crap, I don't want to hit that person. Well, I don't want to hit this car. So they made a choice to to take a risk to get into the other lane, hoping that you as a motorcycle rider won't hit them because they're about to hit somebody themselves. Terrible situation overall. They chose to hit you. There's the impact. Maybe you shouldn't have been going super duper fast, but thankfully you didn't go up and over the guardrail because that would have sucked.
No way, no way, no.
Overall, terrible situation. Grab yourself a nice little energy drink from QT and then call it a day. They have good donuts too, by the way. I don't know. I do know, but they're good. They're kind of good. Anyways,
my loop.
Anyways, let's go.
This is, I don't know why I approach this with zero caution and zero care, but...
Good after action. Ooh. Okay.
No way. No.
Everyone's saying no way.
So
it happened.
basically, I proceed to say the same thing over and over again. I try to get the bike up and get it to the side of the road.
This is RK.
I have no idea why I turned the wheelie control off and dealt with this situation with zero care or concern and treated it like I still had wheelie control on.
Oh.
There's a lot going on that day. I probably shouldn't have gone for a ride.
Okay, so I'm assuming he didn't try to do a wheelie.
This is, I don't know why I approach this with zero caution and zero care, but...
Oh, no, he tried to do a wheelie. So up and over, and then he said, I don't know why he had a lot going on. He probably shouldn't went for a ride. Once again, we come up to here. What's your state of mind? Right? If you don't think you should go for a ride, trust your gut. Trust your gut.
Roll off and dealt with this situation with zero going on that day. I probably shouldn't have gone for a ride.
Right. Here we go. Corner coming up. We're slowing down. Slow it down a little bit more. It's a sharp corner. There's the low side. So proper body angle. He's got full gear. I don't... Maybe the experience isn't there, but thankfully he's got full leathers. That's going to protect him. That's really good. Good abrasion resistance. Thermal transfer is going to be low. Impact resistance. Still going to be painful if there was a decent impact, which seems like there was. Good job, though. Oh, what kind of hazards here? Do you think this guy's going to pull over into us?
Blind spot, and the weather definitely didn't help the rider to react quickly and efficiently.
Watch the line. Tires over the line. This is a bad spot. Roll off the throttle and get back. You start seeing that, roll off the throttle, get back. Apply the brakes, keep it on the road. Ah. Oh. No buenos. Oof. Let's get to 200 likes, everybody. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's get way past that if we can. Okay, let's take a look at this. So when I'm in this situation, because this can happen without rain, right? It can happen without rain. So we're coming up to here. We're following this vehicle. We're wanting to pass this truck. I'm staying right here until this guy is way ahead. And then I can finally accelerate past, because once this, let's go back just a little bit here. Once this guy is way ahead and I'm staying right here, this truck might want to switch over just because, and then I'm going to switch into this lane. I am giving this truck driver an opportunity to make a decision with an open spot to either switch over or stay. If I just determine that they're staying, I'm going to accelerate past and get away from this guy. I'm not going to follow this truck and maintain this space cushion with this truck and then like get forward and get side by side with the vehicle, because then I'm boxed. Because then my escape path is only braking. I want my escape path to be acceleration, braking, maybe switching lanes. And that doesn't seem like that's the case here. So we're coming up to here.
Here we have a situation where the
It's taken way too long for this person to move over. I'm not move over, but accelerate past this truck. This is a terrible spot right here. If I'm sitting here and my gut says, I'm rolling off the throttle, especially at these higher speeds. If you just roll off the throttle, you're gonna go back. And I say go back, but it's really everyone's moving past you. But if to you, from your perspective, you're kind of moving back and they're moving forward. And once you have that space cushion, like back where we were, like I was explaining, then you can make decisions. If you don't like it enough, go ahead and do some progressive braking. Because these trucks, big blind spots, and you're having to go back even further to not get hit and be staggered. Think about being staggered with other vehicles, not just motorcycles in a group ride. If you're riding by yourself all the time, think of yourself in a group ride all the time. You're just in a group ride with other car drivers. Stay staggered. Stay staggered with everybody. No side by sides, no blind spots, none of that stuff. Stay staggered. If you have to be side by side, make sure you have good line of sight, a good space cushion, and good escape paths. And that's part of planning your ride. Okay, position for safety.
Quickly and efficiently.
So right here, how nothing's changing. Oh, I don't like it. It's been like 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds. Nothing's changing. Roll off the throttle. Even apply some brakes. Person behind you will slow it down, especially if you tap your rear brake a little bit and roll off the throttle. Your rear brake, your light will start tapping and flashing at them. Then they're going to know that you're slowing down too. So if you just roll off the throttle, no brake lights will be shown. Not good. So how do you handle the situation when they start coming over? Because I always look at the tire. I mean, you have the indicators, but I look at the tire. Once the tire is over the white line, oh, no good. So can we escape by accelerating? Not really. We have to now apply the brakes, and engine braking is not going to solve the problem. We have to apply progressive braking now. You notice how we're trying to prevent the situation, but now we're in the situation. The tools are the same. Now you apply the brakes and then move over as best you can while applying the brakes. It's almost like a swerve, right? It's a reverse swerve. Instead of accelerating and moving over, we're applying the brakes and moving over. How you doing, KJ? Appreciate the kind words. Why weren't we seen? We're wearing high vis. Look at all the different factors. Rain. Looks like it's foggy, so low visibility. Maybe a little bit later in the day. You're a small object. Blind spots. So many different things. That's why we have to protect ourselves and get ourselves out of this situation. By being staggered. By being staggered. You're in a group ride with every other vehicle on the road. Stay staggered. Stay away. Ride your own ride. I think this is as simple as that, right? Can we just we don't have to make any more videos. That's the best advice, I think. You're in a group ride no matter what. Whoa! Let's watch that one more time. Just go to the next exit. Just go to the next exit. He probably had to take a dump and he's like, I gotta get home. Here we go. Strider. Oh, road surface hazards. Oh!
What the you doing? It's on camera. Green light.
Why'd you stop?
Green. Camera.
Green camera. Green camera. It doesn't really matter. Let's take a look. Let's see. Because some people are wrong. So it's red. Did anybody teach this guy to look both ways before crossing the street? All right. So we're in the situation. What do? Apply the brakes right in front of him? No. Accelerate past. What's the rush? Stop. So he applies the brakes. He applies the brakes to get hit. Dude, keep accelerating. Get yourself out of there. Accelerate. I mean, just watch. He slows down to get hit. Accelerate. Accelerate. You gotta go. Gotta go.
It's on camera. Move back.
Whether you're right or wrong, at this point, it really doesn't matter. You got hit, right? If the goal is to not get hit, it doesn't matter what. I mean, of course, use the tools. Hey, it's green light, red light. You know, the society rules, external factors. What's the internal factor here? We applied the brakes right here when we could have accelerated. If your goal is not to get hit, use the tools that you have, like acceleration, to go. You're already accelerating. You had traction. It's not like, oh, if I accelerate, I would have spun out. No, dude, you had enough traction to brake. Go.
Camera. Move back. I've no idea yet. I can't feel my ankle.
Can't feel. Okay.
2 seconds. I've got music playing.
All right. Let's go. His phone stayed on. He's got a quad lock. That's cool. Hey, quad lock here too. All right, they're gonna merge into you. Slow it down. Roll off throttle. Roll off. Don't fight for it. Don't fight for it. Just roll off the throttle. Let them have it. Not a big deal. You would have lost that fight. We just watched somebody get hit.
That roundabout work, do you? Do you understand that roundabout's work?
Okay. Say your piece and move on.
It's really hard to believe the
Rain.
taxi driver didn't notice the rider. By the time two bikers saw the danger, it was too late.
Okay. Oh, impact. Oh, side of the vehicle intersection. We should be in orange stage, prepped and ready for these types of things. Oh, this guy again. Okay. So here we go. We're going through here. Watch out. We have blind corners, possible vehicles. There it is. There it is. Good job with the escape. Handled it with the escape. Get back in your lane so you don't get hit. Why is this person stopped? I don't get that. Write in the comments. All right, we are all over the road here. If you need to use 2 lanes to navigate these corners, you're going too fast. If you can do it within 1 lane, you're doing pretty good. So there's a challenge for you guys. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I need to call them out for their... Maybe I need to just challenge them. Hey guys, Sternly Primes and everybody that loves using 2 lanes, here's a challenge for you. This weekend, instead of using both lanes to navigate these corners, try using 1, because when you use 1, it means you're a better rider. And you want to be a better rider, use 1 lane. There you go. Hopefully that works. I don't know. Will that work? It didn't work for him. There we go. Oh, we're back at it again. Sternly Primes. Oh, same ride, different view. Full gear. I'll give him that. He stayed up. That's cool. Man down. That's a cool looking turn right there. Nice little decreasing radius, change of elevation. Leg is caught underneath. Got some oil. It's gonna slip and slide a little bit.
Sorry about it.
Hopefully they're doing fine. They're rescuing a little bit. They're rescuing. Good for them.
I was on next to him and he was going to swing out wide. I guess he didn't know I was right next to him.
That's why you stay staggered.
Gotta yell out.
I did right before that curve and
That's why
I saw that you would recognize me.
Well, I didn't see anything.
They don't have mirrors. They're not doing head checks. If you ain't rubbing, you ain't racing. All right, what do we got here? Rear end. Person's not paying attention. Woo! Wasn't paying attention. Probably checking their phone. Thankfully, it didn't happen. So, she ride. I wasn't paying attention, and I almost hit the pickup truck. Okay. Thank you for admitting it. Wear some full gear. I love the braids. Oh, there you go. Nice little looking behind you. Almost hitting the truck. So, this is common. I mean, it happens to me. I don't almost hit trucks, but I mean, it happens to me where you do like a quick check. Like, it's been a while. You're just kind of riding, enjoying yourself, listening to some music. Don't recommend listening to audiobooks because you're supposed to be thinking at the same time about the process. And good music. Using my Cardo. So I'll do like a quick check, and then before I know it, the car in front of me, within that second, half second, they applied the brakes really hard for whatever reason. And all of a sudden, my space cushion gets diminished. Big issue. So I understand that. She's listening to it on her Cardo Pack Talk Bold, it looks like. Wear some gear, full gear. I mean, you got gloves. Looks like a good helmet. Okay, I get it. So we do that quick little head check. You saw that? Yeah, you saw that? Little head check. When I'm riding, though, what I like to do to prevent a lot of these oopsies, little butt pucker moments, is that I plan my ride. So I position myself off to the side. Now, right now, we are in lane position 2. We're about like right here, right? Maybe like right here. So we're doing a good spot. I love being in lane position 3, especially right here if there's a median, because there's no escape path to the left. I want to be in lane position 3 so I can escape that way. Because part of planning your ride is, like I said, position your safety. But positioning for safety is having great line of sight. And if you notice from lane filtering positions, you can see far, right? You're seeing in between vehicles. That's why I'm off in lane position 3, because it's a lane filtering position. Great line of sight. My escape path is right in front of me, and also in this situation to the right. My space cushion right now is good, but if it gets demolished because I do a quick head check and all of a sudden I look up and there's no space cushion anymore, guess where my escape path is if I'm in a lane filtering position? Straight ahead of me. I don't have to do anything for the most part. If I have a great line of sight right in front of me, then there's no obstruction then. So if I have great line of sight in front of me and I look to my right and I do like a head check and I'm just kind of like out of it for a quick second, and I look up and all of a sudden my space cushion is gone. I don't have time to react, to do a swerve to the right. I can just apply the brakes and still go straight because I'm in that lane filtering position. So to prevent this type of stuff, when I look up, I'm like, oh crap, I don't hang out in lane position 2 ever. I hang out with lane position 3 guys, maybe lane position 1. I don't know. I don't hang out with the number 2s, number 1s and 3s. I like number 1s and 3s. So we're coming up to here, and you see how you can't really, if you like weren't paying attention, you would have hit. Now this guy kind of like moved over to the right, so I'm not going to give her too much of a, I'm not going to critique this too much because that dude's kind of actually taken our lane position 3. So you're going to have to swerve at this point, but very lucky. But overall, that's how I handle my riding, just in case my brain doesn't keep up. I make sure I'm in a good position. Good job, though. She did great on progressive braking. Side of the vehicle, uncommon thing in a common situation. I see a hood kind of crumpled up. So we have an accident. Good job moving over. Looks like people are walking wounded. We have first responders on scene. You don't really need to rescue anybody if they're going to handle it. Move on, right? We don't need to turn around. This is a little bit rubbernecking. I mean, if this is the only ooh. Okay, now I'm glad you did. Ooh-wee. Look at that. Look at that. That sucks. Look at that mechanism right there, right? I'm kind of glad you did. Glad you paid attention and went back. Riding with a passenger. Okay, hopefully nothing bad happens. Somebody's gonna merge in front of you. Accelerate past. Okay, so I was in the way. Let's go back just a little bit. I was in the way. Take a look at this. Accelerate it out. Accelerate it out. Good job with the acceleration. Yeah, the screaming. It's kind of weird. I don't know what the sorry was for, but we're moving on. So Felix, oh, a little bit of road surface hazard, but we got a dual sport, got a little off-road. When in doubt, throttle out. Give it some throttle. You see an exit, go for the exit. Target fixate, go, go, go. Oh, maybe panicked a little bit because that car was coming up. Now it's gonna be a little bit more difficult. But you got it. There you go. Turn it off. Side stand down. Oh, that's the end of the video. Well, thank you so much, MotoStars. Appreciate it. Links in the description if you want to watch the full video without me commentating. Once again, rescue packs are 25% off. Smart Rider drills are 20% off. Lots of stuff in the store. Percentages off. But with that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe. Grab yourself a slice of pizza. And I'll be seeing you guys later. That was a 32-minute. I turned, what, 10? I made it 3 times as long. That's what she said. How you guys doing? Let's go. Let's get some music going. Get some music going. Oh yeah. Let's go to my office. There we go. What am I getting myself as a treat? What am I getting for lunch? Well, I'm not eating any of those pizzas. Those pizzas have been out there for about 3 weeks now, so those are probably pretty bad. I'm surprised you guys are eating it. Man, I get tacos every I've been getting tacos. There's a little place here, Mr. Toro. It's like right on the way. I'm gonna make some packages because some of you guys have been buying some booklets while we're doing our class. So I'm gonna be making some packages real quick, delivering them, and then on the way home, I'm gonna probably get some tacos. There's a little cutie behind the counter, so that's probably another reason why I keep going. But they get I always get like 2 or 3 carne asada tacos on flour, and they give probably 2 tacos worth of meat per taco, and they give 2 tortillas per taco. So if I really wanted to, I could have it's basically 4 to 6 tacos. It is so much meat. And red meat, I don't know, there's something I get, I'll try corn. I'll get corn today. I'll do 1 corn. I could probably do corn. We'll do corn. We'll do corn today. But man, I don't know. Like something about, and I got some grilled chicken at home, but I feel so much better after having red meat. Red meat. Do you ever plan on doing motorcycle maintenance videos? That's something that I used to do back when I was on my Harley. Like I replaced my clutch, like my whole clutch kit, my transmission basically. I changed out my suspension. I added LEDs. I changed out my handlebars, changed out my pegs, changed out my rear suspension, installed a sissy bar, how to install saddlebags. Changing its seat's pretty easy, but I did that too. Changing your battery, changing levers. Changing out the speedo. I did all that on the Harley, but now that I have the FTR, I don't want to mess with that thing. I've changed out the pegs on that. I've added some flair here and there, but I just never recorded it. I'd love to hear the pros and cons of your Indian FTR. It's expensive. It's a lot of fun. It's high for me. The new ones, I have a 2019. The new ones are lower seat height. Love it. I can flat foot those. I don't know. I just really love it. I can't tell you pros and cons. It was the bike I wanted. So I got the bike I wanted. I was pretty happy about that. You should get a garage for your background and have all your motorcycles in it. I really, like I said, I want to move to, at the beginning of the stream, I want to move to Phoenix, and I want to get a whole new facility here. And I want to have my garage as a set. I'm going to take the family out for tacos. Steak tacos. Going to go all out. Yeah. Do it. I would love to, Corporal Punisher. That's probably a good idea. I mean, I still got a bunch of my rescue packs that I'm trying to sell. So that's why they're on sale right now. Why not West Side? I don't know, man. I just never... I don't know. For some reason, the vibe of the West Side of Phoenix just doesn't... It feels like it's far, if that makes sense. It feels far. Then again, I don't know too much. I mean, I like the Scottsdale area a lot. I like the entertainment that it provides. The West Side just feels far from that. Mateus, how you doing? I don't know why it feels far. Maybe it's because the mountains are all kind of it's a separation between things. I don't know. No, not Cali. It's Phoenix. Yeah. My goal is to be going up to Phoenix more often though in the next 6 months. I want to go at least once a month, maybe even twice a month, just to drive up there, stay the weekend, and then kind of explore. Yeah, so Michael, that's what it feels like. And I'm used to where I live now, everything's about 30 minutes away. And I feel like that's far. Like if I want to be spontaneous, cuz about 20 minutes into the drive, I'm like, I kind of don't want to do this anymore. So I want it to be like 20 minutes away max of things I want to do. So like Chandler, Gilbert, because a lot of stuff I want to do is in Scottsdale. Like I love Top Golf, Medieval Times. They have great bowling, you know, stuff like that. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to drink. I don't want to do the drinking fun stuff. So that's like Tempe, right? No. I'm good. I'm good without that. But yeah, Phoenix, like if I truly do want to like be close to things, I think Scottsdale, just because even then it's like it takes off an extra 10, 15, 20 minutes from going to like Flagstaff. Interesting, Tony. First time watching your videos, Mateus. Hope you're doing fine. Much less. I used to drink to cope a lot with like loneliness and whatnot. And I am honest with you guys. I'm being honest with you guys. Hey guys, by the way, shh. Don't say anything. Don't tell anybody. I'm gonna be an ambassador for the DGR again this year. So mental health is pretty big. So like I used to cope with, it's not announced yet. So drinking would be something I would do, and after I stopped drinking, I got motivated by something I forgot, but I stopped drinking for 2 weeks, and I just felt so much better. I was like, oh my gosh, just not drinking. So my goal is to drink a lot less. I do drink socially, but I did that this last weekend on Saturday, and it took me like 3 days to recover. Like I have a consistent headache. Like I drank and I felt like I grinded my teeth that night, and I haven't grinded my teeth in a while. So like my left jaw's hurting, and like then it like moves into my eye, and then like I had a headache, and it's like it's going away now, but it's Thursday. And that was Saturday. And I'm like, no, not worth it. Not worth it. Like I started sleeping in more. Like everything just got worse. It's poison. It's straight up poison. You just have to choose when you want to poison yourself or not. And I think I'm at the point now where I don't want to. And so there are times I have a bottle of Merlot at home. Last night I was going to pop it open, have a glass. But I didn't feel like it. So drinking less, but if I can not drink, that'd be great. I feel like I'm all washed out. I've been washed out this whole time, I think, on the camera. Let me see. I'm washed out on the camera. Go to filters. Let's go to color correction. Add a little bit of saturation. Not too much, not too little. Just enough. Done. I feel alright with one drink limit when I'm with friends. It can take so much of it. Yeah, and you know, I'm at the point where I'm just gonna get a soda. A diet soda. Oh, but I know those are bad for you because they have the aspartames and stuff. But man, imagine, I don't know, alcohol. That's worse. Angry Dan, Great Dan. What's up, Brian? Yeah, so I just Planet Medicine. Yeah, I stopped that too. I stopped everything. 42 months. Welcome back. Woo-wee. I did buy it. Yeah, anyways. But yeah, so today, what is it today? What do I got today? I think today I might, should I try to go two-stepping again? I don't know. I had a pretty eventful day yesterday. Tuesday I had an eventful day. Monday was recovering basically, but it was an eventful day. I went riding. Sunday, I don't know what I'm gonna do today. Don't know what I'm gonna do today. Just gonna relax. I think I'm gonna get some tacos. The stuff I want to do. I think I know what I'm gonna do. I think I know what I'm gonna do. I got some emails I gotta take care of because of the DGR. I want to get a suit. So I should probably plan it a little bit better. I want to plan it a little bit better. What about Arizona? Or not Arizona. What about Phoenix? Hey, we're hanging out here. We got 100 of you guys. Who here lives in Phoenix? Let's just go over that. Let's because that's something I want. I got multiple things planned, right? I have multiple things I want to do. I'm over here. I have the business side, personal side. Personal side, I want to move to Phoenix because I feel like there's more opportunities. I've been going to church again. I more men's groups, more of these types of things. But I feel like to find like being open and honest here, like a partner in Phoenix is a lot easier than it is. I'm single than it is in Tucson. But I'm pushing that out until I'm hoping to move in December. My lease is up in July, but I don't want to move in July. I did that so many times. I don't want to move in July. I'll move in December. I'll see if I can extend it till December. So December-ish, I'd love to be able to move maybe next January. So I'm giving myself that time to grow in a few different areas. But yeah, so Phoenix, like I want to start doing meetups. I want to start like meeting people. I want to start, I want to see what the bike culture is up there. Like, is there a big bike culture? Is there like meetups in Phoenix? Is like, how are you guys finding them in Phoenix? Because I know there's ways to find them here locally. It's just, there's not a lot. So how's Phoenix look? And I'm talking, yeah, I mean, Phoenix is Phoenix. It's like you can, within an hour, you can get anywhere in Phoenix, depending. So I feel like Phoenix is full of squids. That's fine. That's fine. Squids are fine. That just means, hopefully at some point they'll listen to what I have to say. I'm not judgmental. So, yeah, I don't want to go to Canada. It's gotten worse. It's gotten pretty bad in Canada. But yeah, I'm like making a checklist. Like I said, Gilbert, Chandler. I think Mesa is pushing a little bit far. I want to be closer to Central, but not Central. I don't want to be Phoenix, and I don't want to be like Tempe. Tempe seems to be college-y. That makes sense. I want something a little more mature. Texas is cool. I'm not a fan of humidity. And to be quite honest, like Phoenix is still close enough to family that I can drive to visit family, and then I have some other reasons. I didn't ride when I used to ride in Phoenix, but it seemed like a good mix of Harley, sport, and adventure. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of Harley. I know that. And they have AZ Bike Week. I don't know if they're still doing that. I used to go to that. But yeah, I've settled on Phoenix because it gives me a lot of options. And Phoenix, let's say Phoenix for the next 5 years. After that, I could choose kind of like wherever I want to go. But I think my 3-year plan is to to create some roots somewhere, and I have the opportunity now to be like, well, I could choose wherever. And Phoenix feels more comfortable to do that. So Chandler, Gilbert, Scottsdale, that's where I'm at. Queen Creek, I feel like it's a little bit further out. I like Queen Creek. We'll see. That's why I like if Chandler, right, or Gilbert, it's like I can go to Scottsdale or Queen Creek. I'm in the middle. Queen Creek seems to be like family oriented, and I like that. But my main goal, like I said, is to like host trainings, meetups, go to events, because they have a lot of events. Like that's what I want to do. Like I'm kind of like past going to like, hey, I'm gonna go bowling. I'm gonna go like those fun things. It's like, no, I want to go to like, geez, now I'm starting to sound old. Not farmers markets, but like, you know, they have like these events. Like there's in May they have an electrify expo. So like electric bikes, electric cars, electric scooter, like anything electric, like those kinds of things. And so I want to like go to more of those, and Tucson doesn't have a lot of those. It's like gem shows. And so like I want to be able to choose like that, but like boom, boom, boom. Hockey's fun. Like sporting events are great. Like I would love to be able to like pick a team and just go to those things. Here locally, it's since there's no professional sports, it's all about the college. So UA. Yeah. I think it's just better opportunities, Elad, in Phoenix. Being able to host the Smart Rider games, like on a weekend, be like, hey guys, let's go out. Hey squids, let's go out to the parking lot and see if we can beat each other's times. Host that thing. Here, sign the liability just in case. Oh, Greece sounds great. I would love to visit. But yeah, like I wanna be able to do that. I know there's a lot of, and that's another thing is I know there's a lot of people in Phoenix that create content. So I feel like that would be, I think that means that there's more motivation to create there locally. All right, Brian, welcome back, man. Catch you live again in 3 to 4 months. All right, you have a good day. You have a keep day. Your keep day. I just read somebody says keep. You have a good day. But yeah. Anyways, with that said though, guys, I think I'm gonna make these packages. And then I'm gonna maybe get some tacos. You know, I can go home, and if I feel like working a little bit more, I can come back to the office. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go take these packages, grab some tacos, see if the cute girl's there, and then head home to rest. Think about Phoenix a little bit more. With that said, guys, I'll be seeing you later.